Hello everyone! What a pleasant evening this is. How are we all? There's a bit of hair on you, sorry, let me just get that off. How are you? Thank you, Holly, for the raid. Well timed, very good, very good. It was perfectly fine for Holly to continue. As soon as I saw the credits roll and she was talking about raiding, I was just like, right, cool, let's do the thing. Hello everyone. Oh, look at all these raid chats. Isn't that cool? The whole chat's yellow for me. Wicked. So cool. Hey Zach. Hey Vicky. Hey Shark. Hey GT. Oh no, it wasn't fucking Mr. Chicken. It was Connor that said Clock Gang at the beginning of the chat. Wow. Got beat to it. FMC. Dang. Bad news. Bad fucking news, guys. So you know how we were wandering around for like 20 minutes yesterday at the Cube, going like, wow, it feels like this should just be open. I went back, I tried to complete the whole area, nothing was really working. Turns out, we just didn't, if this is like the door, if this is like the Raiders of the Lost Ark like door as it's coming down, we got fucking crushed under it and we didn't manage to grab our hat. We just got fucking squashed by it because that part of the game, specifically that part of the game, was updated, or well, no, sorry, the whole game was updated a day ago. 1 day ago. And that part of the game has broken. And Konami is working on it, like currently, but does not have a new patch for it. That specific bit that we ended the stream at yesterday, we got to 2 hours and we were like, oh, we can't continue. Weird. Just before we started streaming, there was an update that fixed all those buggy frames. Great. Glad that's not going to be a thing anymore. That actually doesn't let us continue. If we'd only just got past that bit, we could have kept going. But it's broken and there's nothing you can do. I've gone through all the comments that they just say, no, this is literally like, you can't even like, it's not like a reload thing. It's not like a, you know, like new save file thing. It's just broken. So I've had to come up with something that I did kind of have this idea earlier. I was talking about this. So what's the plan then? Great question, Shark. What's the fucking plan? Just sort of had this idea that we would just do a little creative world building stream where I take you through some of my processes for world building, my D&D world. As I mentioned earlier, during lockdown, I started drawing maps in Photoshop, A4 size maps, and each one was a continent in just black and white sort of doodle-esque style. It was my own style. I just used like certain pens in Photoshop and made a style that I then would make these A4 pieces of paper, and then I would move on to the next one and do a whole new region, and then do a next one, and the next one, the next one. And then, once I was done, I stitched them all together to make one big world. And that's what you're going to see. I will show you my world that I've been working on for the last, I'm going to say, how long ago was COVID? Like 4 years ago? Yeah, I know. And I managed to finish that. It was a big, big project. It's like it's an A0 now, and I have it it's printed out oh, focus. Yeah, it's printed out somewhere. It's printed out somewhere. So we're going to be talking D&D today. Specifically, it doesn't matter about like any sort of like role-playing system. We're talking about just like creative writing, essentially. And I'll show you some of my world. So I've got a tab open here with my Google Drive. I think this is a fine idea. I don't know. I think I should be fine showing this. Like, I don't think there's any personal information that I shouldn't show in my Google Drive. It's fine. I've done my best to sort of, you know, do it, to hide it. And so, I'm going to show you my world. Welcome. Oh, wrong way. Welcome to Themos. This is my homebrew D&D world. Oh shit, my green screen's really bad today. Hang on. I'm going to fix it quickly. For some reason it's... Ooh, why is it so grainy? Why am I so grainy? Why am I so grainy? Let me try and fix that now. Filters, chroma key, similarity, down. Yeah? Oh, that's made my hair a bit green. There we go. I'm not so grainy anymore. This is Themos. This is Themos. The known realms of Themos. And then I did a little border around it, and I put a little compass in the corner over there. Getting this all wrong. Drew a little compass, and then this is it. This is the whole map. And we can zoom in and look at all the individual regions. Each place has like a little doodle of a building or something. So this is this is the first region I did. This is Kelebor, which is very interesting because Polly was saying something on her stream. Oh yeah, it's all. Don't worry, I've turned off all the screams. I'm not. This is a calm, relaxing stream, guys. This is a calm, relaxing stream. Everyone stop trying to fucking redeem stuff, okay? Jack is somebody I play, sorry, Grass121, somebody I play D&D with. So this will be quite interesting to see what his opinions are of this. Jack, don't know if you've heard, Silent Hill 2 is broken, so I'm having to do this instead. And this is the first one I did. This is Kelebor. And Holly was just saying something that sounded like Kelebor that kept like tripping me up a bit. Hellebor the cat, that's it. This is Kelebor. This is the first region, and you can see all the buildings, all the little doodles here are just not great. They're not great. They're fine. But this one's just a square with some windows. That's like, but this is supposed to be one of the biggest, like most like important regions. And then we move on to further, things I'm a little bit more happy with, like these are like elven buildings, that's an elven city. You know, I got better as we were going, so forgive me for like, yeah, and then we go over here, this is like, these are all like the symbols of like the dwarven clans and shit. I got better as I was doing it, so there's a little bit of discrepancy from region to region. And I thought we could do, as a Halloween-themed stream, so the whole world's relatively, you know, got loads of different shit going on. So you got the human empire over here, the primordial sovereignty that was formed of like loads of different kingdoms that got forged together in a great war. You've got this frozen wasteland of Folthorn. Where there's some dwarves and ogres and orcs and shit. Here's the giant underground tunnel system called Ukba, which is where a bunch of like trolls and orcs and stuff, they all sort of live together. You've got like this sort of high elven region here, which I've forgotten the name of because it's been so long since I've opened these files. Why don't we get back to the update? Older regions so they look nicer. Well, I can't be bothered to draw stuff today. That's essentially why I don't do it. It's because I just can't be bothered to go back and do it. I've already got a big print out on the wall. If I start making updates, they're going to be different. I'll have to get it printed again, you know? Whatever, I don't care. Like the Blue Mountains, what are they called? Yeah, the Blue Mountains. Again, early regions that I didn't really like do the right names for. They're called the Blue Mountains now. It's fine. But yeah, so then you've got then these are the Dwarven Mountains, the Jarlholm Mountains, the Jakar Jungle, a bunch of dinosaurs in there and shit. It's cool as fuck, loads of stuff, loads of shit. This region is known as Taziok. And Taziok is an undead realm. It is a place where people who are afflicted by an undead curse, yeah, it is nice to show progress, isn't it? Put it in the law that older regions are bad at art. Well, there is a calligrapher. There's a calligrapher that this is canonically tied to. His name is Harold Earthly, and I guess it's just canon that he was shit at drawing when he first started making his maps. And he's gone around and chronicled all the regions. He's a big explorer, and you can buy Harold Earthly's maps in game, and that's so canonically that's the, you know, why these maps exist. We've also got these borders. I don't know if you can see them up there. Those are all the gods, like symbols that I drew. Oh, sorry, I was trying to click on the screen and yeah, loads of like god symbols there, holy symbols, shit like that. And so I'm trying to, now that this is done, my next project is to write a sheet for every single one of these little icons here. I'm trying to write a sheet, which is a fuck ton. It's so many. It's a ridiculous amount. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be picking one of these icons in in Taziok, the Undead Lands, and just writing a little thing about it. So Phantom Waters is a great doom metal band name, not gonna lie. You can have that, Zach, if you want to make a band called Phantom Waters. What are we saying? What are we saying, chat? What are we saying, chat? So I'll show you what I've got in terms of, so these are the kind of things. So this is Scorn. This is one I did, actually, what's the best one? Probably Bastille is probably the best one that I've done so far. So Bastille is a, just show you as an example, it's this down here. It's a tower that is inhabited by tieflings, and they have this connection with the 9 hells, where the 9 planes of hell. In my universe, it's not 9 layers of hell; it's 9 separate planes that have been invaded by the forces of hell. So they're going from plane to plane, invading them. And in my universe, not all planes are connected. Certain planes are connected to other planes. So you have to travel to one plane in order to travel to maybe several others. They're bridging, you know, you can't just go to any plane you want. You have to go in sections. And so what the forces of hell have done, have gone from plane to plane to plane and invaded 9 planes so far. The plan is that Themos will be the 10th plane, and Bastille is their like forward encampment. That is like they're like, we have arrived, and they're all the tieflings are like aligned with the planes of hell, and they're like, right, we're gonna invade this fucking world and make this region the 10th plane of hell. So this is the kind of shit that I've been doing. It starts with a little bit of AI art. You generate a little bit of what it looks like. I take it into Photoshop and sort of trim the edges off, so we'll do that. I then fill out each of these things on the sheet. So there's location type, what kind of location is it? It's a city. What realm is it in? What region? Arcana. Terrain, what's sort of around it? Desert meets the sea. You know, these are all just vague descriptors. It's for me, and it's for my players. Faction, Devils of Hell, or the Infernal Cities. Leader is Hawkus Ryla. Leader title, Grandmaster Domine. Successor, Zemedin Cornus. It's just like all sort of shit that's already written down that I can call on if I need to. If people show up in the region and are looking to like talk to people that are in charge, I've already got them written down. Religion, none. Lords of Hell, they don't have any religion. It's fucking, they're aligned to hell. The type of government, a magocracy. So they run pretty much based on the most powerful sorcerers and mages will run their government. The population, the occupants, tieflings and devils, imports, just a little bit of flavor, what they import, what do they have, what do they not really have enough of. Silver and arcane healing potions. Healing potions because a lot of healing magic is religious. It's divine magic, and they have no affiliation to divine beings. So they have to import a lot of healing stuff that is arcane, rather than, which only certain individuals can make, I think, like arcane healing. I think bards is one of them. Exports, hellish artifacts. General food, lemur meat. Lemurs are the lowest form of demon, and they eat those demons. Speciality food, devil tuna. I think it's just fish that is around Bastille. Architecture, ancient Roman, just the idea of what, like when you know, the descriptors. Allies, devils, the infernal cities, and the enemies, the free city of Ember. Backstory. And then we go on to write paragraphs and stuff, and then we add in little pictures of what we're talking about. And it just creates this nice little atmospheric document that we can do. But still, Pompeii intensifies. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can see there are influences. So, yeah, I just thought we'd go through and do some of this together. It might be quite fun. What else we got? I haven't added any pictures to that one, but you see, these documents get really long for me. You know, they are hefty, and it's just me sort of brain splat. This is a little city that is inherited by anthropomorphic mice that were brought to life because it's a giant magical junkyard, and all the mice got made conscious. So loads of shit. This is Sanctum. This is one in Taziok that is already done, or is already being done. So let's have a look. So these are all the places in Taziok. What do you think? Oh, do you like this, Zach? Thanks, Zach. It's fucking cool, isn't it? I've spent a long time on this, so should say that Bastille's population instead of Bastille's population. Shout out Basil. Let me have a little look. What does it say? Wait, what? Should that say Bastille's population instead of Basil's population? Where does it say Basil's population? Were you reading the document? I wasn't even reading it. Excuse me. It does say Basil right there. Look at that. Basil. Bastille. Thanks. See? You guys are already helping me out. Thanks, Vicky. Sick. No more spelling mistakes, ever. Does that say Bastille? F-B-A-S-T-I-L. Yeah, cool. It does. What were we doing? We were looking at this. So yeah, what do we fancy? What do you fancy? Where can you recommend to live in your map? Great question. Well, it depends. There's a lot of nice places. There are a lot of nice places. It kind of depends on what your affiliations are like. I mean, this is the primordial sovereignty is pretty civil. It's probably the safest place, I would say, in the world to roam the countryside. It's got pretty locked off borders. There's not much in terms of like roaming monsters or anything like that. It's pretty orderly. They've got their shit together. So if you want to live anywhere, literally anywhere, and probably be fine. Like this is like the equivalent of like England, like the level 2 area. You know, there's nothing gonna kill you here. Although it was just invaded by a red dragon. I've just loads of places. Anyway, back to the Undead Lands. You can live in the Undead Lands if you want. You can be undead. If you're undead, you can come from this place. Like, you can choose to be undead. That's a cool one that I kind of wanted to flesh out. Is the Taziok Cathedral is a place that is aligned to the god of the undead, which is also called Taziok, where mortals can choose to become undead. There is a ritual that you can go through that will make you into an undead. It puts a template on your player, essentially, and you choose to become undead. An intelligent undead. Obviously, I wouldn't, you don't just become a mindless zombie. Love this really wonderful, G. Thank you. Lower down, it says, blah, blah, blah. I've read all that before. Vicky will send you an invoice. Yes, please do send me an invoice. I can give you 60p for that. Spell check. 60p a spell check is pretty good, actually. What a cute little shopkeeper mouse. Yeah, adorable little boy. Isn't he cute? And that's why I do AI art as well, because it just helps. I'm not an artist. I can't. If I spent ages doing this, and if I paid somebody to do it, I'd be fucking bankrupt. And so this is my sort of middle ground where I use the AI art in a way that's like, nobody's really going to see this. My players will see it and help them, but it's not a publication, and that's, I think, when you're sort of building ideas, that's kind of where I see AI sitting and being like a force for good, rather than being the end product, is when you're using it to help build something that's then an actually, person-made thing. 60p or a Freddo? Freddo. I can get you a Freddo. If I was living on your map, a little shack near a river. That's probably more like the Halfling area over here. Olwa. This little Blackwater River, probably. Little shack on the edge of the wood elves and the halflings. This is a very calm, cute little area. So yeah, I'd probably give you a little shack on the Blackwater where you go fishing. Isn't that cute? I'll take my payment in screen points, thank you. If I knew the command off by heart to give you screen points, I would. 60 of the king's finest pence. You do spoil us. That's a pretty good rate for every. If somebody was checking my shit and got 60p for every spelling mistake I made, they'd make a lot of money. Yeah, go for a nice swim. Absolutely, on the Blackwater. The Blackwater is named after a river that I actually fished with my parents, my dad, in Ireland. Lovely, lovely river called the Blackwater. It's just you catch salmon there, and it's wonderful. Really, really lovely place called Lismore, where there's a castle that is. There's the river runs there, and then so you've got the bank of the river which you come up to. Then you have got the river, and then the other side is just a like sheer like cliff face. Cliff face. It's not a cliff, but it's pretty much like a vertical mud ramp, or yeah, the side. It's so high, and then on top of that there is a castle. You're sitting there in your waders, and you're looking up at the castle fishing. It's just it just completely overshadows you. And it's a lovely place to be, and that's what that's named after. Titan's Grave sounds like a fun place to start from. The unfortunate thing about Titan's Grave is it's a graveyard. It is a massive. It's not a graveyard. It's the place of a battle between hundreds of titans, thousands of years ago. So there's not actually much going on there. I gotta be honest. I would actually struggle to write very much about it, and it's also technically not part of Taziok. It's more part of I think it's Gualdan, which is the region to the west of it. So I was thinking like Godindun, Taziok Cathedral, Bleak Mount, Broken City, Blood Pact, Mausoleum that we got right there, and then Banishment. I don't know if you can see that. It's just up there. I can't move it enough to see it. Like those kind of ones. I've already written a lot for Sanctum. Sanctum is like the human region. That's like the human like last port of call. Like we're the last living things before it is all undead. And they have like a really strong gun culture. They're like cowboys, Western, like rangers kind of vibes. And they sort of see themselves as like the last line of defense against or they take it upon themselves to, it's like a pride thing, like we live on the fringes of society and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's made up of people that defected from when the primordial sovereignty, the human area, came to be. All the people that were against it, all the loyalists, so like the kings and queens factions, they were like, fuck this, and they fucked off across the world and settled somewhere else. And that was this. That was this. That was ages ago, though. Anyway, enough babbling. Not fucking babbling. Let's decide on a place. Let me just quickly go through these ones, all your choices, and then I'll let you guys. But were Titan's Grave sounds like a fun place to start on, but were the undead? No. Surely that's more appropriate. No, it's not. It's not actually. It's not undead, or is it? That's a. Oh, hey Charlie. Did you have a fishing hamlet? Charlie actually played in one of my games. Yeah, where the fish in Topper was the village that Charlie played in, where there's an annual fishing competition, but the fishing competition is cut short because the fish in the lake have all grown legs, and they start to like attack people on the boats, and they like walk up onto the land, and there's a huge like horrible massacre in Topper that you like stop, and then you like investigate what's going on, and it turns out that an alchemist has been the mayor has been paying an alchemist to dump potions in the river that are making the fish bigger. So the competition gets like more and more like publicity every time. So the fish are getting bigger and bigger, but those potions cause them to mutate and grow legs, and then everyone gets chomped. And there's a whole like intrigue thing. There's a boss fight with the alchemist on the side of the river when they like follow the pipeline up to his shack, and then you go in and confront the mayor. And Charlie was playing that one. He was playing that one. That was a long time ago. That was during COVID. So yeah, there you go, Charlie. You just referenced your own campaign there many moons ago. So just remind us what your options are for this real quick. Yeah, sorry. Let me just. Will it happen to your lake river? No, it runs past the lake. Don't worry. Blackwater. Although maybe it was quite close. So our options are. I think it's these ones. Yeah. we have Taziot Cathedral. That is the place where there are it's a cult that pray to the undead god, and that is where you go to become undead. If you are mortal and you want to become undead, you want to be afflicted by the undead curse, you go there, you perform a ritual, you become undead. Bleakmont is a castle full of ghosts, is home to one of the Soulless Assembly, which is a collection of powerful undead that run this region. Sort of not really, they argue with each other a lot, but they know that their greater threat is from external, for people that want to actually destroy them and destroy the undead because they fear them. And that is home to one of the Soulless Assembly. Broken City, again, another Soulless Assembly. That is like a big hub for undead. Very dangerous. Not poorly made, but it's like because everyone's undead, there's no like health and safety stuff. So there's a lot of like hazardous building going on there, like really tight winding corridors, buildings that are crumbling under the weight of other buildings. There's kind of like it's a bit lawless, and a little bit doesn't have a very solid it doesn't really have a solid what's it called, respect for the sanctity of life. Again, home to another lord of the Soulless Assembly. Banishment, again, all of these, actually I should stop saying that, all of them are home to a member of the Soulless Assembly. They run these towns, and you know that's why they're sort of on accounts together. Banishment is the werewolf place. When people are afflicted by lycanthropy, they were usually banished. Banishment is a colony made up of werewolves, and who basically just live in exile together, and see their affliction as more of like it is a curse. They still believe it's a curse, but there's like grumblings of like, ooh, you know, why do we live in exile, all that sort of shit. So that's Werewolf City. Mausoleum is a massive graveyard. Only one dude lives there, and that is the other member of the Soulless Assembly. Huge, massive graveyard where traders can come and barter for like bodies. So bodies, in interesting, unique bodies, can be basically shipped here, and they will send you money back. And it's like just a massive kid in a candy store kind of vibe for any kind of necromancer. Like it's like, oh shit, there's so many options. There's everything here. Fish with Legs, how very Lovecraftian. Yeah, a little bit Lovecraftian. Would love to start the cathedral, please. No Silent Hill 2 today, that's my own message. So John Gracie's hometown then. What? Did I miss, which one was that? Was that Banishment? Was that the werewolf one? Oh yes, werewolf, very good. And then you got Blood Pact, that's full of vampires. Blood Pact, that's full of vampires. And a vampiric society that sort of has a very hierarchical, like, I think every vampire has like dominion, is like loads of groups. It's like a massive mansion essentially where loads of vampires live. It's a bit frat housey, I gotta be honest. It's like a bit like really posh, like uni halls, if that makes sense. Like it's loads of rooms, loads of like just incredible, like sprawling labyrinth of mansion that functions as this like kind of, yeah, I want to say uni halls, but maybe a bit more dangerous, a bit more where there's like hierarchies and like rivalries and stuff between all the vampires. It's really cool. There's a boat called the Blood Vessel that goes around the coast, picking up mortals who are all think themselves worthy of immortality or becoming a vampire. and the blood vessel goes around the coast and will drop them all off in Blood Pact, which there is a huge, when the boat arrives, there's a huge feeding, and they all pounce on everyone that's decided to come, and basically just kill everyone and turn them into like blood bags and drink all their blood. They satisfied their cravings. But it's a sort of a rumor that if you are to survive that process, if you are strong enough to defend yourself in that onslaught, you will be accepted into Blood Pact's ranks as and granted immortality through being a vampire. But it's kind of like a fool's. It's a fool's choice. A lot of people like stupidly will go on this journey. They will think they are strong enough, and are actually not, and they are just devoured. But there's a lot of ego that goes to that, and so people will go around on the boat on the coast being picked up, and then the boat will get like chased off by the guard when it docks, or like there's like a whole newspaper article about it that I wrote for one of the in-game news. It's very funny. It's very silly. Chad vampires. Yeah, they're kind of Chad vampires. I could do it. I could take at least 12 vampires. Well, we'll see, Jack. One day. And that is it. Oh, and then God in Dune. God in Dune's a really interesting one. So that is the 6th Dwarven clan. So here are the 5 Dwarven clans. And long ago, there was a 6th crown, a 6th clan. But it was overrun by a plague, which turned you into an undead. So the king at the time, in God in Dune, decided to seal God in Dune forever to stop this plague from spreading. And now there is basically like, in the Dwarven communities, it is seen as like absolute sacrilege to go anywhere near God in Dune, because it is to disrespect the last orders of the 6th king. And so they're like, nobody goes there. And if you do, you are frowned upon, and people will try to stop you, like physically. Like a lot of dwarves that live around this region, especially in Modgud, will try and stop you from going to God in Dune. The reason people might want to go to God in Dune is because it's the only place in the world where adamantium is found. Adamantite, sorry. Adamantium's the Marvel thing, isn't it? Only place in the world where adamantite is found, and that is the reason that adamantite is so rare, is because it was mined once. Like the relics that were made in the golden age of God in Dune were sent out into the world. Then God in Dune got affected, completely shut down, and there is nobody making adamantite weapons anymore beyond a certain period of time. So if you have one, it's probably really ancient and it's very rare. But doesn't stop people from trying. And the horrors that await you in God in Dune are no small feat. Yeah, loads of stuff going on there, which is really cool. Because you can imagine, like, all the mortals might be scared to go, but guess who wouldn't be scared to go? Undead people. So maybe a little secret society going on there. Who knows? What we got? John Gracie. Fuck you, John Gracie. Absolutely fuck you. I wasn't going to be doing... Oh, Viv's here as well. Sounds like a village in the Scottish Highlands. So I'm doing this because Silent Hill is broken. There is a part of the game where I just can't get past because they updated it, and you just can't get past it anymore. And there's a whole thing. You can Google it. There's loads of articles about it. Oh, look at this! Look at them. They all showed up. Yeah, it's too difficult. I'm too scared. Back from Taskmaster Live. Ooh, very interesting. I would be interested to hear your thoughts, because our very own Mikey, of Mikey and Barry, posted a very interesting story where apparently the reviews on the email will... Okay, they liked it. Cool, it was good. Apparently, if you rate it 1 to 3, it'll take you to their personal feedback site on the email. If they go, hey, what do you think of it? And you go 1 star to 3 star, it'll direct you to their own website. And if you rate 4 to 5, it'll direct you to Google reviews. I don't know if that's true. You probably have the email now, John and Viv. So maybe you can test that for us and see if that's true. Because if that's true, I think that might be illegal. That kind of feels like fraud to me. But like, it feels very, very like underhanded. So if you can let us know if that's bullshit or true. Gareth will also, because he booked it. If you can, yeah. If anybody can verify that, that's a really interesting. I might go and pitch that as a story tomorrow if somebody can verify it. Hi, G. Silent Hill map design has changed. What do you mean, Castaway? What's going on there? I was talking about this today at Dishoom. So it is it? Maybe it's bullshit. I don't know if it's just a random what's it called? Like rumor, but who knows? What do you mean, Castaway? Did you say you're saying it's fixed? That would be a shame because I've just gone through all of this. All this bullshit. I've bared my heart to all of you. I've bared my work of absolute blood, sweat, and tears over COVID. This fucking huge map that has nothing written. Well, not nothing written down. It's got a few pages. You know. Castaway's referring to your map as a Silent Hill map. Oh, cool. Thank you. I was about to say, I was like, do we have to suddenly... this is the most I've smiled on the stream. Yeah, probably, because well, this is far more jovial and fun. I think we should probably get started, shouldn't we? We should probably get started. So, of those regions, of those of you that heard me describe the regions, Redeem Smile. Oh, ain't that cute? You guys are using your screen points for good. What do you want to do? I mean, the place I probably know the most about is probably Blood Pact, or at least that's the one that I've kind of like had in my mind for the longest. Taziot Cathedral, the only thing I really know is about the... But, you know, we discover together, like, when we write these things. No redeems. I've turned off the redeems, John. No goats today, Shark. I'm good, Castaway. How are you? God in Dune or Blood Pact? God in Dune, you can't. You're not allowed to. I'm having a break. All right. Tell you what, I'll turn on Goat. Fuck it, I'll turn on Goat. You guys have fully convinced me. Oh, whoops. There's Google. I'll turn Goat on just for you guys, okay? And the boo scared you. I'll turn that one on too, because that's cute as fuck. Dashboard, Streamlabs. If you guys want to spend your points here when you know it's not spooky, I will allow it. I'm not going to stop you. Right, go on. And boo on. There we are. You asked for it. 29 screen points, Viv. Dang. Dang. John hasn't watched enough of the stream to scream. Oh, scared you. There we go. It kind of got me too. It got me a little bit. Oh, good one, Zach. Good job. There it is. There's the goat. Oh, the browser. It's behind the thing. There we go. All right, it's over the thing now. Oh, I got a transition. Sorry. Transition. Oh, it's gone. It was up there. It was behind my map layer. Yeah, John will never watch more of my streams. He'll never. It's fine. I understand. This is not thrilling content. I assure you. This is me just basically making my chores for D&D into content. GT wealthy in screen points. Yeah, GT's got a lot. GT's got loads. Jane's got the most. I will say Jane has the most. That's because she's very supportive and watches all my streams, which is very cute. Then the next is FMC, just because he's very supportive and watches all of my streams, but never screams, like doesn't use the points. I'm not sure Jane is actually here. at the moment. I don't think she'd. Let's do the cathedral, says Jack. Yeah, okay, let's do the cathedral. Or should we do blood packs? Blood packs, so, like, I want to get blood packs out of my brain. We're doing it. We are doing it. Okay. This is all caps, isn't it? Blood packed. Fuck yeah. Right, we've written the first one. First things first, what always helps me and my brain is coming up with an image. So I think I'm going to do the image generation. This is my, what's it called? This is my Mid-Journey. This is me trying to generate a jellyfish with a gun for one of our D&D games where the big bad boss was a jellyfish. I don't know why we thought it had a gun, but there was a bit where the jellyfish had a gun and I tried to make it hold a gun. So there you go. There's some AI art of that bullshit. That's me throwing in the summoning circle and asking Midjourney to try and describe it so I could sort of come up with better things in my mind, and it just failed. Every single one of these descriptions is fucking garbage for this logo. Like, it doesn't match. Right, so let's create the top image. So what is it? It's a coastal manor house with it's like as if you jammed 100 manor houses all together at once. And it's like loads of steeples and like big windows, and it's winding. Really gonna fuck up my flow. Winding corridors and whatnot. So let's go. Let's say prompt. A dark coastal manor house towering above the viewer. Clock towers and hanging cages adorn.
Oh, scared you.
Thank you. Adorn the towers as a storm. It's a lightning storm. Rolls in from the in the distance. Rolls in, full stop. I find it's just generally good to just word vomit stuff at the page, see what sticks, and then oh shit, I probably should have put, yeah, we'll just see what that kicks out. We'll put like in a fantasy style and in this sort of blah 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 blah, in a landscape style, all that sort of shit. Oh, bye John, bye Viv, see you later. Nice to see you guys. Glad you enjoyed. What's it called? Taskmaster Live. There we go. Okay. We got some pretty good ones here, don't we? I think there's a clear winner here. Although they're all pretty fucking good, actually. What are we thinking? I'm thinking not one. It's not coastal enough. 2 could be a coastal, even though it's not. 2's the, so it goes 1. It goes at 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 could be coastal because it's upward looking, so it could be. And the bottom 2 have definitely got the coast there. Oh, who's leaving? There's loads of people leaving. Oh, bye Shark. See you later. Yeah, the 2 lefts are banging. I mean, it's either the top one or the. I mean, it's exactly. If you look at the damn like scribble that I've made, like the top one, like look at that shit. You can see that it's pretty. Like it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. I'm glad. Yeah, I think we go with top right. So top right. Are you talking about the 2 left ones are pretty banging? I like the 2 right ones, I've got to be honest. So let's go upscale on 2. I want to see that in a bigger scale. And then I'm going to go... I think I'll do variations on 2 and see what it kicks out. Let's see what it kicks out, shall we? It's cool, though. It's really fucking cool. A dark coastal manor house. Towering above the viewer. Clock towers, hanging cages adorn all the towers. A lightning storm rolls in. Okay. What do we got? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I almost prefer the original. Almost. Depends if what you want. Just human enough that the blood bags willingly walk off the boat. Well, no, because they usually, if they're getting on the boat, they know. And the way I've imagined it is the boat pulls into a large archway. So it's sort of, there is a dock. There's a large archway with water flowing underneath it, flowing into it. And it goes sort of into this cave-like structure with the manor house above it. And from there, all the vampires sort of jump onto the boat and fucking, some bloody horrible stuff. I think you're right, Zach. The original is still the best. I think I'm going to go for one more variation on 2, just to see if we can... But then I think we upscale 1. If it doesn't pick back anything, great. Because it even has that cave. It even has literally what I was talking about. If there was like a meandering... Yeah. You know? It's pretty... and I've done that in the drawing too. So you've even got that in the drawing there. See that little mouth opening. So we'll see what that kicks out now that we've got our... you like easy access. Nobody likes to wait for their meal, you know? Okay. Oh, a lot of these are really cool, but they've just got these weird artifacts. They've got like cages hanging from the sky, which is, it's cool in itself. And that one's just got a random cage there. I like how large this opening is. I mean, it's the right idea. It's certainly the right idea. But is the original the coolest? I think the original might be the coolest. You don't have a random sky cage outside your house? No, I'm not that rich. Not that rich, unfortunately. Right, so then we go to web, I think. Yeah, let's visit site. There we go, and then I'm going to download it. Oh, that was the... oh, it's... Why is it giving us individuals? Let's do that again, because I just want to make sure I've got the right image. Web. Visit site. Cool. Save image. There we go. I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. Sorry, I sneezed directly into the microphone. That's really shit. That's really shit of me. So sorry. Viv was way better the other day. Viv kept taking off their mic when they were coughing, which is so good. That's so nice of them to have the wherewithal to do that. I just sneezed directly into the goddamn mic. All right, there we go. So here's our building. There we go. And now, what I normally do is I will do a mask, and then I will take a certain brush, which I think I've got selected here, Kyle's Real Watercolor. I'll do that and give it this like weird border. There we go. Just try and go a bit nuts on it. And then I try and stuff. I'm probably going to get rid of the cave, actually, if I'm honest. I kind of just like the top. Because it's just a flavour. It's not supposed to be, like, accurate. It's not like a map or anything. You know, it's just It's just the sort of rough flavour of it is visible to the reader, which is most of the time just me, and it just helps. If I can describe this image better, it just helps me and my mind do what's necessary. Okay, there we go. I usually do that. I'm going to create another layer quickly just so I can see if I've got everything. There we go. Yeah, that looks... So sometimes I miss bits because you can't see it as well with the... Oh, shit, whoops. You can't see it as well with the background if you've got any weird bits on it. Just going to clean that up. Cool. Then what we do is we go File, and Export, and Quick Export as PNG. Oh, there's all my thumbnails, guys. Which I should have used the time to make thumbnails. I should have just made you guys watch me make the YouTube thumbnails because I've got to do that. And then we'll call this Blood Pact. There we go. Whack that on. Oh shit. Hang on. Sorry. I've done an oopsie. I didn't turn off the background layer. There we go. We'll do it again. Export. Quick Export as PNG. Overwrite that one. Yes, please. Then we'll go back to Blood Pact. And we will drop that. Oh, no. We go Replace Image. Replace Image. Upload from computer. Ugh. Not this shit. Desktop. Downloads. Open. Ah. There we go. Now we try and... No, that's not what we want. I think... Is there a crop function? There is. There we go. It's been cropped. It's cropped itself. It might be that we need to shorten it a bit because it's not going to fit on the page otherwise. There's the crop function. There it is. Yeah, it's way too... Yeah, it's way too much. So it might be that we just have that sort of like as a vista, like the sky bit. And it is just a flavour of it. Yeah, I think we do that. Cool. Back to Photoshop. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. Because I've been in my creative process. Bless you, bless you. Sounded wet. Viv's a pro. The cave, crying. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't make it. Sometimes all I need is it to be in my brain. But we can do like a render of the cave later. All this is missing Call of Cthulhu across the top. Do you have a folder with lots of weird facial expressions of the purpose of pasting on the thumbnails? Yes, I do! Did you see it? Oh no! Yeah, I go through and because I like all the thumbnails of the series to look the same. I don't know if you've noticed, but the Soma one has me wearing a green shirt, and a green shirt with a hat, and the Silent Hill ones have me wearing a white shirt with no hat, I think, and the colours of the banners are the same, and the background. I like them to look the same. Yes, I do have a folder full of my weird facial expressions. Yes, I feel so seen, and not in a good way. Okay, I'm gonna do this. There we go. Oh, no, that's incorrect. There we go. Do that. So we just really need to, just a flavour. Just a flavour. That's what we need. Actually, too much of that tower's gone now. Because I can always cut the top off. It's fine. No. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. And then make a layer. See, I told you guys this is nowhere near as entertaining as the Scream stream. But we had to do something that was slightly spooky, and this is all I had. There's all I had in the tank. I suppose I could have done another Scream stream with Phasmophobia, but finding people at this time of night to play Phasmophobia, Jack might have done it. I don't know if Jack wants to be on stream. He might have done it. But this is nice and therapeutic anyway, isn't it? It's different. And sometimes it's good to do something that's different, you know? What flavor are we going for? Grape, lemon, mango? Oh no, don't say that now, Jack. Don't say that now. That would have been great. To do Phasma. Never mind. Never mind. How do we undo that? There we go. We want to now replace image, upload from computer. This one. There we go. There we go. It's just a flavour. Just a lovely little page header, you know? Oh, we've frozen Google. We broke it. Gonna quickly reload that page. Okay, there we go. It's fine. It broke for a second. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we get to do the fun part, which is filling out all the stuff. Location type, coastal Mano. How do you spell Manor? M-A-N-N-O-R? Is that how you spell Manor? 2 N's? 1 N? G's broke Google confirmed. Yeah, it's 1 N. Realm. Taziok. Terrain. What's the terrain? It's kind of like like Scotland, Highlandy sort of stormish. Highlandy storm, like wet grass, you know? That kind of a vibe. But I can't just write wet grass. Stormy grassland. Sure, why not? I just made that full screen accidentally. There we go. Faction. Now, I have not named these vampires. Moorland. Yeah, that's a great word. Moorland. Absolutely. Moorland. Moist. Close second there, Castaway, with moist. This part is quite Scottish, yeah. The manor house, the cold vibes, the sort of cozying up by the fire, that kind of thing, you know? Yeah, it's cool. Faction. What faction are we doing? Huh? What faction we doing? Faction name. We're going to come up with a cool name for these vampires, these frat vampires. What do we want? What do we want? We want something that's like not punny, but like alludes to the Gova Knights. It reminds me too much of Michael Gove. Sorry, and I don't like that. I don't like Michael Gove. The Gova Knights is if alternate timeline when Michael Gove became Prime Minister and had a following. Something Scottish, says Jack. Something's Greek alphabet-ish for the frat. I don't want them to actually be like fratish, but they're not teenage vampires, but it's very like, yeah, unruly household. Like, imagine they're all housemates kind of thing, you know? But it's a huge, fucking massive manor house, so there's hundreds of them. Governite is a part of Glasgow, is it? Again, Michael Gove. The Merry Doos. Too jovial. Yeah, I think that's far more akin to one of the halfling sort of political factions. What faction? What's it called? Mm, the Harrison Smiths? I don't know. Is that a reference to something? Harrison Smythes? Let's leave faction. We can come back to faction once we got a clearer picture. Now, leader. That is a very important thing because this is going to be the member of the Soulless Assembly, and that is a huge, huge character in this world. As one of 5 people, Dave. Dave. This is really important. I need this to be memorable and unique. And Dave, says Castaway. Big Dave, the vampire. Big Dave. And you know, like, it is very much, like, Astarion is very much the vibe that we're going for. That kind of a, oh, this is, by the way, before any fucking people make comments, this is for cleaning cameras, okay? It's not a douche. Fuck you. But I've had it mistaken for one in the past when people have seen it in my room. They've been like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, it's for cleaning cameras. It blows air into bits that you're not supposed to touch. Anyway, Dragulon, no relation. Vicky the Frey, I like that one. What did Macintosh? I do like Macintosh. Macintosh is my uncle's, was my uncle's second name. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, so I'm afraid I will be steering away from Macintosh. He was Scottish, so you know, he was a Scottish painter. But unfortunately, he passed away at the beginning of like after around COVID time. So yes. It would be interesting to name them sort of in that sort of like in the memory vein, but these aren't nice people, so it's not going to be going that way, you know. That's also what Mac is short for, yeah, Macintosh. McElherney, like the fucking guy from It's Always Sunny, McElhaney. That's also. I'm making noises with this again. I just want to clarify that. Sorry, I should just stop fiddling with that. I'm going to throw it across the room. There we go. Noise from Blackadder. True story. I once had a big bag called Dave. My party learned his name. They lost it. I was thinking the guy from Blackadder, but sure. McLaren? God, are they Scottish vampires? I think I've just realised they're Scottish vampires. We said it in sort of like a Scottish moorland. I think they're Scottish vampires. Ickeness. I like Ickeness. Ickeness. Oh, that's sick. William Valance. William Wallace. William Wallace. Thanks, Jack. The Aberdeen Ickeness. Oh, that... is it too schooly, though? I was going to say lead a title Dean would be cool. Is it Dean? Dean? The Biff House Clyro. The Biff of House Clyro. Is Dean too schoolish? D, yes, might be an A, yeah. Dean. To community. Dean! What's Dean got to do with it? To community, you're right, Jack. That's another Freddo. Thank you. Yeah, just racking up those screen points. Can I give you guys screen points? I can give you guys screen points. I'll give them to you after the stream. Don't worry. Ickeness. I got to make a note of Ickeness because I really do think that's a fucking sick name. Ickeness. think oh, location template v1. No, that's not what I wanted. Ichinus. Thane. Yep. Nice one, Jack. Leader title is Thane. Fuck yeah. I do like Mikey. Although it's a bit too, it reminds me of Michael. Of Mikey too much. Mikey's is quite a jovial thing. Michael? I love the name Ichinus Thane. That's a fucking sick name. But it's the leader title now. Oh, shit. Ichinus Thane is such a sick name. Moreu? Moreu Ichinus or Ichinus Moreu? Moreu Ichinus. Moreu Ichinus. I think Moreu, maybe Ichinus is just, maybe they don't have second names. You've got Ichinus and I think Moreu is the successor. Moreu. Yeah. Thane Ichinus. Ichinus Thane. Yeah, maybe it comes after the name. Yeah, Ichinus Thane. Moreu Thane. Yeah. Thane comes, it's a suffix. And we're going to make a note of that. Is that how you spell suffix? Again, I don't want to be, I want your help and I don't want to be judged. Define suffix. Remember, yes. It's the end of a word. Yeah. There we go. It's a suffix. Nice. Fuck yeah. Moreu. I'm going to go with Moreu, I think. Just because I'll read that and go Moreu. But it's pronounced what? Moro. Moro's cool though. Moreu? Moro. Religion. Obviously, it's undead, I think. Let me just go back through my things. Religions. Oh, sorry, regions. Sorry. Paragons. That's what they're known as in my world. Here's all the dead. Blah blah blah. This is a very old document that needs to be updated. Tazius, that's it. It is Tazius. So get rid of that. So it's not, they're not, so Taziok is the region, and Tazius is the religion, is the god, or the paragon, as they're known. Religion, flying spaghetti monster. Yes. Just don't put crucifix. We are a team. We're fucking on a roll with this world building. Government. Now, government. So this is a big one because we already know. We already kind of know what the government is. It's very frat housey. It's very reputation based. It's very sort of like, it's populist. It's kind of populist. Like, it's the most popular, but also kind of the most powerful. Like, it's, maybe I'm using populist. A person, especially a politician who strives to appeal ordinary people. No, it's not populist, sorry. It is elitist. It is elitist form of government. It's an elitist form of government, so it's like the, yeah. It's elitist. It's an elitist form of government. But what was it called? A elitocracy? It says something like that. Can't be reformed because they like boats! Boom, 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 boom! Jack with the fucking killer. Jack with the killer political satire. Tasmanian devil. What's the solid joke? Sorry, I've just seen Just don't put crucifix. Yeah, that was a good joke. Very good. Solid joke. Everyone applaud. Is it an aristocracy? Whoa, I've gone very blurry. Is it an aristocracy? Is that what that is? Is that what that is? Aristocracy. Highest class in certain societies, typically comprising the noble birth. They're not nobly born, but kinda. It's like kind of a meritocracy, but also a aristocracy. You know, I'm gonna go with aristocracy because it's more the vibe. Oh, aristocracy. We can always change that later. Population is small, but large enough. You know, I'm thinking like a 300 to 500 kind of vibe, like a 500 people. Like it's not like 500 vampires. A lot of fucking vampires. Let's be real. That's a lot of vampires living in one place. But it's not like a big town. There's not loads of them. Population 1. One dog. One dog. Population 1 dog. And 4 fleas that live on him. Epistocracy refers to a political system based on rule by the knowers rather than rule by the people. Interesting. Interesting. Rule by the knowers. So people with the knowledge. People that it's not a knowledge-based thing. It's a reputation-based thing. It's a I do like epistocracy though. We will keep that one in the bank. For sure. For sure we'll keep epistocracy in the bank. That might be what the Taziot Cathedral is an epistocracy. It could be hidden knowledge. Well, that's what I'm thinking for the Taziot Cathedral. That could be it. Like, it could be like the deep, dark secrets of the undead. The more you know about the secret ways of immortality, the more, yeah, I'm gonna, that's in that brain. Epistocracy. Cool. Oh, yes, good sirs. Yes, I have the knowledge. Let's go for 500. Occupants. Vampires. I like it, yeah, vampires. Fuck it, it's vampires. Vampires and thralls. Oh, fuck it, we just call it vampires. Imports. What do they import? What are vampires? So I'm thinking like, so nobody, I mean, they import the people, they import blood and people, living people, living beings, definitely importing living beings as a source of food. What else do they do? So they wouldn't really have any sort of like centralized. They're not farming. They're not really, you know, there might be odds and ends of people that are talented in certain different things, but I don't think there's any sort of like community of like, you know, this person's a smith and this person's this and this person's this. I think there's loads of individuals that have their own skills that they choose to practice in their own time, and if you know that person, you're friendly with them, you can use their services. But I don't think there's anybody, it's not like shops and shit like that in this town, because obviously there are people that have like monopolies over stuff, but it's not like, it's not as structured as a normal living town, I don't think. Isn't that what taxi drivers then? It is, there. The knowledge is what you have to pass, and then everyone got a sat nav, which is very sad. Well, it's good for society, bad for taxi drivers. Imports, blood. Exports, bats. Exports, bats. Imports, dogs. Exports, fleas. Oil? Oil? Yeah, they've got the oil market locked down. Probably like shiny jewels, yeah. Yeah, they probably do. They probably do like very materialistic things. Yeah, gold, jewelry. Jewelry, fine. What's this sort of an eclectic name for just like fine items. Like it's not just jewelry. It's like lovely, you know, like clothes and luxury goods. Luxury goods. There you go. Oil for lamps. Yeah. Oil for, wait, oil is an import just so they can see. Import booze. Yeah, they're probably, yeah. Although, would they make their own? Do they drink booze? Do they drink blood? Oh, maybe they do. I don't know if they import booze or do they make their own booze? Are there certain like they make like boozy blood? So there's like they will like there are like what's it called, sommeliers but for blood, and they like have their own like cellars and age the blood. Finery. Oh, we've had our first disallowed by Automod. The word hillbilly is not allowed. They're not hillbillies. These guys aren't making moonshine in a mansion. No, but it'd be far more refined than that, you know. Or maybe they are importing stuff, or maybe they're aging it and they've got like very imports alive people, exports dead people. Killing and blood wine. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe. Haggis. Sorry, I'll allow that. There you go. Finery. Tenets. Tenets? What's tenets? Yeah, hillbilly. They didn't like the word hillbilly. Get people super drunk on different spirits. Tenets lager. I don't understand, Jack. Tenet's just shit Christopher Nolan film. She's not allowed in Scotland. I've been to Scotland. I went to Scotland this year. I went to the Fringe. It's now not allowed in Scotland. I'm not going to the Fringe next year. Export. I think living beings and luxury goods, fine. We'll leave it at that. It doesn't need to be much more detailed than that. But that is generally the gist of it. It will be living things that they can drink the blood of, and luxury goods. Like luxury goods is like booze is included in that. Like wine, fine clothes, jewelry, furniture, makeup, luxury goods. You know, all cosmetic and very, you know, that kind of vibe. Exports, fear and bats. What are the exports? What do these people do? What do these people export? Huh. What would a colony of vampires export? They probably do export the dead bodies. They're not eating them. So they probably do send them to the mausoleum. Video content. They're a fucking video house. They're a YouTube house. Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. It's a fucking vampire YouTube house. They're doing their own Twitch streamers. OnlyFans. OnlyFans. Ah, Mickey, so good. OnlyFans. Oh shit. Bravo. OnlyFans. Absolutely. Fully. OnlyFans is going to be a thing somewhere in this house. Without a doubt. We're writing a paragraph about OnlyFans. Fully. Shit, that's so funny. This is my export. I export good ideas. No, I import good ideas from you guys. Just give me your humor. That's hilarious. That's so good. OnlyFans. Brilliant. We're going to leave exports for a bit, but OnlyFans is... I mean, I don't really want to write OnlyFans on exports, but maybe that is an export. Maybe some form of... I don't want to call it prostitution, because I don't think that's a very... It's not correct. Escorts? courtesan-ish things, you know? Essentially sex work. It could legit be like, you know, you could have people in Kelebor that have these beautiful escorts that that are absolutely just gorgeous, like frozen in time with their good looks. Because all vampires are sexy, aren't they? Like they're like canonical. You have to be. And it just turns out they're all vampires. Like all these like absolutely amazing like model like vampires swanning around with these rich fucks at the Kelebor ball, and it turns out they're all vampires from that. That's the reason they look so good and so pristine and young. Imports incels, exports OnlyFans. Look just like me. No, I'm not. I'm not. No, this isn't the vibe. This is very halfling energy, I think. This is very hobbit energy. Or at least, you know, I feel like I give off very human vibes. I'm not a vampire, you know, skin like you know, that's not my kind of vibe. I mean, Mr. Burns was a vampire in that one Simpsons episode. I wouldn't call him sexy. I don't know, you know. Maybe, just, you know, look at it from a different angle. Human says they give off human vibes. Bold. Oh, fuck, yeah, that was particularly stupid of me. I'm not a vampire, exactly what a vampire would say. General food. Pretty easy one. Blood. Speciality food. Special blood. But what makes it special, though? What's the speciality food? Aged. Oh, fresh blood is like. This is the thing. Is fresh blood better than aged blood? Do you age blood like a wine? Is it better fresh or is it better aged? What kind of blood do we want in our vampire world? Is like fresh living blood. That's the best kind, or is it? Congealed blood as a speciality sounds rough. Yeah, it does. Generally, fiction would suggest fresh. You are right. You are right. So how do we do special? Just like the special infused blood. Depends on what they've been feeding those peeps. Good point. Yeah. How do we sort of convey that in a few words? Yeah. So people that have been fed certain things. This is getting really dark, but this is what vampires are. People that have been fed and conditioned in a certain way for a long period of time, then have this particular like they're not farmed, but they are. I don't want to use the word groomed. That's not. You know, but you know what I mean. Seasoned, scented. Blood now in grape flavor. Infused blood, yeah. It's always, this is half of the time I'm just looking for the right word in my brain. You know, like Iberica ham. Yeah, the fed acorns. Yeah. Exactly, GT. Exactly. It's special. But what do we call that blood? What do they refer to it as? We'll come back to that one. Architecture. Scottish, Gothic. I want to say Gothic Glasgow. It's definitely very Edinburgh, this, actually. Gothic Manor House. Allies. Solus Assembly. I spelled Solus wrong. Enemies. Probably the fucking enemies are the what's it called? What are they called in Sanctum? The Living Order. Enemies. The Living Order. And they also don't fucking like so they don't like these guys. Ogmoth. Ogmoth are red orcs, so they're orcs with red skin that are pirates. They're pirates and they sail these seas and raid people and stuff. And will often like sell blood-packed, captured people. But I imagine they don't have a great relationship with them. So I'm going to put Ogmoth there as well. Ogmoth! We haven't quite filled all these, have we? And I think I've got to change the fonts on these too. Yeah, I do. So what's this? This is normal text, and this is... Oh, it's not going to tell me, is it? This is spectral semi-bold, and this is spectral normal. There we go. Let me just do this then. While you guys think of some of the things we haven't got. So we haven't got a faction name yet. We haven't got exports on there. We haven't got... what have we not got? Let me just, before I ruin this. Normal. Whoops. Come on. Oh no, I moved it to the side slightly and now it won't load. There we go. There we go. Enemies, Stan. Yeah, and everyone fucking hates Stan. What a bastard. Imbued. Imbued. Ah, good word. Very good word. Imbued blood. So I'm just a stickler for fonts for some reason. I like all the fonts to, you know, guide the eye on these documents. Allies, the soulless assembly, because they are literally part of it. Enemies, living order. Refined blood sausage. Let's go for, yeah, imbued blood. Specialty foods, imbued blood. Imbued blood. Very good. We're good. We're good. Spectral, normal. What else have we missed on this thing? Exports, faction name. And then I've got this little bio down here, and this generally flavors how it's generally how I go with writing the big old pages and pages of shit. I just go through this list and answer these questions. The Red Sun contingency. They don't... Red Sun contingency. Contingency. I like where you're going with the sun thing. I do like where you're going. The Dead Sun contingency.
Summoned forth.
Oh, fuck yeah. The Locust of Famine. That sounds like a fucking faction name that we should just pop in this world right now. Locust of Famine. I like where you're going with the sun thing. The Dead Sun contingency. Oh fuck, this is happening so much. Why is this? I like it. I like it. Contingency's a bit of a mouthful though. Dead Sun Club. The Red Sun Club. The Black Sun contingent. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. New Vellum. What's New Vellum mean? Is this for faction? Is this for faction name? Black Sun Contingent. Sunset. What are things for suns dying? What's it called when a sun dies? That could be quite cool. Oh, look, a new book. Supernova. Twilight. Thanks, Jack. New moon. Oh, that's stupid. Stop blurring me out. I'm right here. Oh, that's so funny. Twilight, new moon. Shit. Oh. Yeah, I would like to faction name Redshift. Oh god, what's going on with my autofocus today? It is all over the place. I think my autofocus might be a little not busted, but it's like, I think, hang on, if I do this and then increase the size of it, hopefully that's increasing it, and then hopefully that's fixed. The Evernight. Welcome, Locust of Famine. I don't think it's weird that you've that's not a first time chat. I've never seen you before. Good to have you. Good to have you. Evernight. Full moon, half moon. Chocolate orange. What's that? The eternal eclipse. What are you guys? What are you? Heat, death of the universe. Tom awakens with a strange new feeling. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Lunar vermilion. What's a vermilion? Vermilion. I'm gonna Google that word. Vocabulary is fucking sick. A vermilion is a red moon. Oh, that's sick. That's dank. Including color pigment, vermilion. 9th century powered mineral. Oh, it's not a red moon. I thought vermilion meant red moon. Is there a word for red moon? Word for red moon. Blood moon. I'm not a smart man. It's a fucking blood moon. Harvest though, I can do something with harvest. The vermilion harvest. Ooh, the vermilion harvest. I quite like the vermilion harvest. Ooh. We think the vermilion court, the vermilion harvest. What do you think, guys? I think vermilion harvest is, it's pretty close. It's, you know, I think it might even be it. But I'll wait for your judgment. Do you think it sounds weird? The court of the vermilion harvest. I mean, that's fucking wordy as shit. I love it. Little punny, yeah. Little punny. Faction, the vermilion harvest. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, it's not. It's real lame, but it's cool. Faction, the vermilion harvest. There's a lot of thes going on though. I don't know. I always like the at the beginning of all this sort of stuff, but sometimes it's just necessary. They are the vermilion harvest. Cool. 6. So, blood pack. Location type: coastal manor. Realm: Taziok. Terrain: moorland. Faction: the vermilion harvest. Leader is Iconus. Leader title: Thane. So, the leader's full name is Iconus Thane. Fucking sick! Successor: Moreu Thane, or will be Thane once they succeed. Religion: Tazius. Government, aristocracy. Population, 500. Occupants, vampires, obviously. Imports, living beings and luxury goods. Exports, still not got much. General food, blood. Specialty food, imbued blood. Architecture, Gothic manor house. Allies, the Soulless Assembly, and enemies, the Living Order and Ogmoth. Would it be Thane Icanus? No, because it's a suffix. That's why we put suffix there. It is, so in this instance, the title is applied after the name. In this specific instance, that's how we are running. Like that's the rules for this one. Yeah. So we're running it as a suffix, just because I think it's sick. I think Icanus Thane. Oh no! I knew I was flying close to the sun. Was that a pun? I don't even know if that was a pun. That's the battery running out on my camera, so I'm just gonna throw another battery in there. Boop. The darkness consumes. Hey, we're back. I do think it sounds cool. Sick. The vamp's got me. Yeah, vamp got Jeej. Yeah. Like putting PhD at the end. Yeah, exactly. Go scare. Good. Good, you son of a bitch. Good. I'm so glad it got you. I'm so glad. I'm just going to check my my camera is autofocusing on the right. Oh, that's why. The autofocus is literally like pin thin. There we go. It was... Oh, scared you! Oh, fuck! There we go. The autofocus was literally like, yeah, that was very cute. That was very cute, Zach. The autofocus was like focusing, like it was like a square like this big, and so it just couldn't detect my face. You're shaving, Jack. Oh no. God forbid I turn on the violin jump scare. Oh, why would I do that? Exports, human tears. Exports, human tears. God, this is going to be the worst stream because we're nearly at 2 hours and we've literally written nothing. We made some art. I was hoping to have like a page done by the end of this, but I've just dragged my fucking heels. Exports. Fucked up magical ingredients. Yeah, I have a feeling it's like, what would they export? What would a community filled with people that are essentially immortal, what would it export? Medicine? Maybe? I feel like it's deadly nightshade. I feel like it's like... Oh, I'm glad you like it, Zach. I'm glad you like it. I feel like it's art. Yeah, we're getting there, Jack. Yeah. I feel like that's the kind of vibe. Like, each of these people have probably vast experience of very specific industries and very indulgent ones too, like art. Yeah, art. Fuck yeah, we're putting art down as at least the first one. Art probably is really coveted from Blood Pact because it is some of the finest artists, because they are fucking immortal and live in this fucking arty, like, communal... They live in basically a fucking commune and do art, and they're really good at it because they've been doing it for so long. Accountancy! They're consultants! They're just consultants. Art, music. I'm going to say arts, and we'll cover all basis of arts, like painting and music and poetry, all that sort of shit. From Blood Pact is some of the best about the arts. Human jerky. They drain humans of blood, any other moisture. That's grim. That's grim as fuck. I think they're a bit classier than that. That's the thing. I think they're a bit classier than to make human jerky. They're not fair. They're very uppity. These vampires. I think they think very highly of themselves. Probably wouldn't compare themselves to, or even want to be anywhere near the idea that they're just glorified butchers. Hannibal Lecter as vampires. Annoying improv group. They're trying not to promote that. Yeah, it's all art. It's all art. I'm going to say fine arts. I think that helps determine it. Yeah, it's fine art. Fine arts. I think I'm going to say fine art, and I think I will say music as well. I'm going to just clarify. If we do fine art, it helps narrow it down a bit. I think one more thing, because it can't just be art and shit. Needs to have an Oxfam on the outskirts where they put the clothes they no longer need. Maybe they do. Maybe they genuinely have like a little like charity shop vibe going on where they throw out last season's garments and jewelry and stuff. What about maps? Maybe I just don't see them as calligraphers, you know? Because it makes it probably very difficult to travel being, you know, allergic to the sunlight and everything. One of the best Jim Johnson themes. Please come see our performance of Blood Brothers. Cartography? Yeah. I don't know how I'm feeling about cartography and stuff. I've already got that covered in other parts of the world. And I feel like they're not the most worldly beings, I don't think. Trigonometry, they're just all mathematics, they're just fucking nerds. Star maps is cool. Star maps is fucking cool, actually. Maybe like, oh God, what do they do? What do they do? Yeah, like, what, like horoscopes? They write like a horoscope column. Maps of famous people's houses. That's funny. That's very funny. I feel like one thing they would do is probably might have mercenaries. Is that too far out? They have a. Oh no, we said fine art, music, and escorts. What's it called? Courtesan. Is a courtesan? I'm gonna Google what a courtesan brings me. What is a courtesan? Courtesan meaning. Courtesan. Prostitute, especially when we're wealthy upper class clients. Yeah. What's that called though? Courtesan profession. Prostitute was called, yeah. Courtier. What's a courtesan's job? How would we say it as like a... Yeah, how do we say agony aunt columns in the local paper? They just sell crystals. Yeah, they just sell crystals and incense. Only Fang's employee. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're trying to write, but in a more sort of official capacity. Paramore. My understanding of Paramore is that it was that they're always like the... Yeah, it's not like a... I mean, that's so cool to call them paramours. But that the paramour is the person that you're cheating with in a relationship. So the person that isn't in the relationship but is partaking. So it's not exactly a profession, but I do really like paramour as a word. I created a Blood on the Clock Tower character called the Paramour for a script that I wrote that was really bad. I wonder if I've still got it somewhere. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, what was it called? It was called A Lover's Quarrel. shit. I'll see if I can find it another day. Because I don't want to stray too far from the path at the moment. But what was it? It was on Bloodstar. I don't have my login for Bloodstar. I don't. Anyway, yeah. So, oh, maybe I do have it. Maybe I do. Sorry, give me 2 seconds to figure out if I do have this. Sorry, I'm getting excited now because I remember this script where I made a Paramore character, and it's really bad. I promise you, it's really bad. Don't get your hopes up about it being good. There we go. I found it. Oh no. Oh no. Bloodstar is not responding. Interesting. Anybody know why? Is Bloodstar still a thing? Concubine. I like concubine. Good word. We're excited because you're excited. Thanks, guys. That's all I need. Is people to be supportive of me. Okay, well, there we go. Bloodstar, yeah. Hang on. Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? Why? Wait a minute, let me try. Yeah, the Bloodstar stuff's not loading. I don't know why. 2 seconds, let me try this password. Hang on. It's alright, it's probably very boring. Ah, there we go. Cool. And then we go save and publish. Copy the almanac. Anyway, so this is going to be just a quick tangent. So this is some bullshit that I made ages ago. Really bad bullshit. But the whole point of it was a script where people would thank you for guessing my password there, Zach. Sorry, yes, no. Castaway actually guessed it correctly. Sexy Boy Geege 777. I want to use those as passwords. I fully will. And the whole idea was that it was about alignment swapping, but it's before I knew much about Blood in the Clock Tower. So everything's so broken. Everything's so broken. Muse, each night choose a player. They change to their original alignment, and that was something that happened loads. Cherub, each night you learn which players changed alignment. The Flirt, your neighbors can't change alignment. Soulmate, once per game at night, choose a dead player. They become good. Which meant that you could make a minion onto the good team, and then they would tell you who the demon is. Which it's again, I told you, it's so broken. Romantic, if all other alive players are evil, you become good and good wins. Fiance, on your first night, choose a player. They choose you on the third night. If they choose you on the third night, you learn who the demon is. This was the one where the paramour was involved, because you would have the fiance, and then you'd also have the paramour. And the thing was, you'd have a fiance and a paramour in the same game. The fiance would choose someone at the start of the game. And that person would be shown the fiance and the paramour, and you had to basically convince the person who was chosen had to choose between the two, and if they chose the wrong one, the evil team would win, and if you chose the right one, you would learn who the demon is. It was again really dumb shit. We never played this. This is some deep Geege lore. Yeah. You cannot change alignments even if you're dead. The Bachelor. Bridegroom, blah, blah, blah. They're all very bad, if I'm honest. This was actually one of my favourite characters that I think could probably be put in... This is actually, I think, a good character. This is actually a good outsider. The Adulterer. When a player is chosen, you may be chosen instead. Essentially magnetizing other people's abilities to you. So let's say you had that as like a, I don't know, a fortune teller. Might every single night might actually be choosing the adulterer. You know? I think that's really good. I think that's actually like, and it'd be like, hey, Ravenkeeper dies. They choose someone and they learn adulterer. And they're like, they go up to that person that they chose and we're like, are you the adulterer? And they're like, no. And they're like, somebody else is like, yeah, that was me. And so you don't get to learn anything because the adulterer is still in the game. Obviously, it's like a, hey guys, just fucking kill me first night. It's not like a good one. Like, it's like, hey, kill me, my abilities, you know, fucking up the game. But still, it's an interesting concept. The idea that it's magnetizing it towards a different person. It's like, hey, if you're in the game, you're actually fucking up somebody else's ability. Have you told them how I thought the ogre? Yeah, it might be on this script actually. There you go, Dota. There you go. The Dota is the ogre. I wrote this ages ago, before the ogre was even a thing. And it's essentially the same thing. The Dota, on your first night, pick a player, not yourself. You are their alignment, and you don't learn your alignment, even if dead. That's the fucking ogre. That is the ogre. To be fair, this isn't the most broken custom script I've seen. Wow, there's some really broken custom scripts. I made a minion that would pick 2 people each night. The first player is drunk until dusk, and the second doesn't wake that night, even if they're supposed to. Fuck, that's so mean. That's so good, though. You'd love to be that character. Oh, wow, interesting. I quite like that. I think that's probably to do with the adulterer, I imagine. The idea is okay, but making the entire script about alignment swaps not great for balance. Fuck balance. Fuck fun. I had an idea for a character, probs an outsider, that when they got executed, I would select other players to swap position in the circle. Never came up with a name though. When they got executed, they have to select other players and swap. I quite like that. I think that's really cool, actually. I think place swapping should be more of a thing. I know the matron does it, but nobody else really does it. And that is just, if you can nail that as an outsider ability, like, hey, you got to swap with that person now, and you're going to fuck up all the information. I love the ogre. I like the name Dota. Yeah, I think it's fun. But balance, no, definitely not. Newlywed. What was the loner? I forgot. Something bad might happen if you leave town square. That's so mean. Why would I write that? That's so awful. What a horrible thing to do to someone, just to force them to stay in town, never go for a private chat. That came out back later. I redid that one. I redid that one as you think you are a different outsider. Something bad might happen if you leave town square. So everyone that's an outsider might actually be this outsider, might be the loner. It wasn't called the loner, but that was essentially the same thing. And so all the people that are outsiders, like, I don't want to go just in case I am, but they might not be. Anyway, what else do we got? We're just quickly going to blast through this. Temptress, first night, look at the grimoire. Choose a player. They're giving them a choice to become evil. Essentially, you're a more manual Mizephiles. It's the whole Mizephiles word thing's taken out. You're just like, hey, do you want to be on the evil team? And then you're given a choice, yes or no. Same way as if you told someone the Mez word. Orgiophant, which is a person who arranges orgies, which is not, it's not PC. It's not a good name, but it's a good name, but it's just not what I want to be playing in a game with, you know. But that's what I call it. Once per game at night, you may choose for good players to be poisoned tonight and tomorrow day. So everyone is poisoned once. For one night, everyone's poisoned. Paramore, we've gone through that. Trister, once going at night, if they're evil, they become the demon. Previous demon becomes a loner. Don't really know what that's about. And then the 2 demons were the incubus and the succubus, which was choose a player, they die. Players that die by execution may become evil. So everyone that's dead might actually be on the evil team, or at least like one of them might be. And then succubus, choose a player, they become evil, and the previously chosen player dies. Essentially the Puka, but instead of being poisoned, they become evil. Anyway, bad script. Bad fucking script. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Not to be run ever. How often, many times do you see the Thorasaurus coming up with these names? I usually just write what I'm thinking of, and then I go synonym into Google. I'll write something that's vaguely similar, and I go synonym. I came up with this outside of previously. The Capulet. You start knowing one good player. Demon picks them at night. You die instead. If the demon picks you at night, the player you know dies instead. Interesting. Interesting. I think it would be a silly script to run once and only once. Yeah, we're not running it. We're not running it ever. I promise you. But it was fun. It was fun. It was back when I sort of went, I first saw the game and I was like, wow, cool. I wonder if I can come up with something. And then I did that and was like, this is great, cool. And then me and Ken chatted about it for a bit and Ken was like, this is awful. And I was like, no, what do you mean? It's fine. And he was like, no, just, this would never work in a million years. And then after playing more Clock Tower over the last few months, I've sort of gone, yeah, none of this works. This really doesn't work at all. And I'm very glad he told me. He wasn't just like, yeah, cool. Huh? Yeah, maybe we should try it one day. I'm very glad he was like, no, this doesn't work. This is not going to be enjoyable. It's no worse than Time Boat. You're right, GT. Time Boat. No worse than Time Boat. Right, let's write a bit of a bio. We've filled all of our things. Let's get some ink on the page, shall we? Let's start with a little bit. Let's get into a mood. Let's get into a righty mood. On the coastline of... What region can we... On the coastline of Taziok, pretty much. On the coastline of Taziok. If I can write it fucking correctly. A labyrinthine manor sits. Autism? What? How did that get changed to autism? What the fuck? Anyway, sits. Thank you. Labyrinthine Manor sits. Waves lapping against its cobblestone walls, maybe. Fun fact, Blood on the Clock Tower was going to maybe be called Blood on the Cobblestones. Little secret fact for you there. From Pandemonium Institute member that I know and was talking to. Yeah, this is nearly what it wasn't. Maybe could maybe have been Blood on the Cobblestones. We'd all be playing Cobblestones right now. Oh, night, Vic. See you later. It is getting quite late, isn't it? Night, Vicky. Computer calling us all out. Yeah. Yeah. I have a minion idea, sort of like that. Sultan, each night pick a player. Storyteller chooses if they die or are drunk until dusk. Interesting. I like that. I like that. Obviously, you can only have... it's kind of like... It's a poisoner, but it becomes an assassin for one night. I imagine it would only kill once, because otherwise it's quite powerful. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, that's why I can't be a vampire, because you blessed me. You blessed me. Waves lapping against its cobblestone walls. The gaping maw of its... What's it called? Where you have a cave port awaiting its next shipment of victims. The inhabitants of this vast mansion play a perpetual game of what's it called? What's the best game to compare this to? Cave. What should I give you more of its cave port awaiting its next shipment of victims? The inhabitants of this vast mansion play a perpetual game of, I wanted to say cat and mouse, but that's not quite true. It's like what do you like a masquerade ball. Wharf, dock, pier, yeah, all good, all good. This wharf, yeah, wharf. Let's go for wharf. What's a wharf specifically? I'm gonna just Google that quickly to make sure it's not wharf. Meaning, it's with an H, is it? A level quayside area in which ship may be moored and unload. Wharf. There we go. Perpetual game of Blood on the Clock Tower. Yeah, just one big game of Blood on the Clock Tower. Looking back over the custom script now and rescoping some of the roles that came up to the outside. Mute, can't disclose the mute to any player, even if dead. Do so, you're executed on either day 1, 2, or 3. Very similar to the mutant in name as well, in a way. So mutant saint mix. Mutant, but if you die, mutant, but if you break madness, the game ends. Mutant with more consequences. Mutant, but it's actually an outsider. The inhabitants of vast mansion play a perpetual game of. What game are they playing? What game are they playing? A game of murderous deceit. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah. Monopoly, Cluedo. Yeah. Constant Pursuit, Scrabble, Pictionary. Yeah. Something like murderous deceit. Yeah. Perpetual game involving a perpetual game of ever-evolving social each of them for position, vying for position. Inhabitants of the vast mansion play a perpetual game of ever-evolving social game of ever-evolving social hierarchy. It's not really a game now anymore. Shadow lurking, risk, sardines. They play a perpetual game of sardines. I see. I thought this was about the boats. What, murderous? What, the boats? Kinda, yeah. I mean, this is like the just Black Blood Pact as the whole, you know. Bowman of the Vast Man play a perpetual game of. What's a game that has social hierarchies? I'm going to go by now. See you another day. Goodbye, Castaway. We're probably going to wrap up at midnight, I would say. We've done 2 hours of absolutely fucking nothing. So, A Game of Thrones, the HBO original, Perpetual Game of Thrones. How does a vast managed to play perpetual game? Ever evolving social with ever evolving social hierarchies, each of them vying for position and power. General overview. Since the very early days of the Vermilion harvest, one thing has been held more sacred than even the finest. Early days of Vermilion harvest, power and control. There's also the problems like the Cones of Dunshire. Yeah, they do. They probably do. They probably play the Cones of Dunshire. Very good references. Night, Castaway. First you get the sugar, then you get the woman. What's that from? Is that from Cones of Dunshire? Might be. Where does Big Dave the vampire sit into all of this? Well, we'll get to Big Dave later on. It's the very early days of the Vermilion harvest. Power and control has been by the vampires. Back halls. What was once but a couple dozen occupants has expanded into several hundred. As lovers, as thralls, lovers, and worthy champions have been granted immortality by through vampirism. That makes sense. That makes sense. Big Dave is the boat. No, the boat's called the Blood Vessel. So the origin of the manor. I was thinking, the original vampire, the first person afflicted with the vampiric curse, used to live here. Very much solitary living, would do the normal vampire shit, you know, like Dracula, like, live on their own in this big fucking manor. After thousands of years, this vampire decided they needed an assistant or a thrall. So they made a thrall And this thrall would do the bidding of this senior vampire. And after a while, this thrall got... I would say he loved his master. Had this sort of, not love-hate relationship, but you know, had this relationship with his master. And eventually, at some point, ended up killing his master in a fit of rage, of sort of this sort of confusion of this whole sort of scenario where, you know, fuck me, Jesus. Thanks for that. Yeah, like a Stockholm Syndrome kind of thing, I'm thinking. And then he kills the original vampire, kills his master, after his master grants him vampirism in a way to sort of, you know, be like, oh, I'm top dog now. But all that happens is he's hit with this immense pang of sadness and loneliness now that the only other person in the world that he shared this curse with is dead. So, I think that vampire then goes and tries to do the same thing and brings in more vampires, but like goes overkill and does like too many, and then like does like 10 thralls, and then those thralls like suddenly there's either he's outnumbered and they take over from him and kill him, and then there's 10 of them and they're all kind of equal, and then they're then like, oh fuck, well, you know, I've got to be top dog now, and they then all get their own thralls and bring them in, and then it just sort of snowballs from that. And for a while it was like a few dozen of these like vampires, and it was like sort of kept under control. But I think after a little while it just fucking exploded as sort of more vampires killed their leaders or killed their like masters, and then made their own thralls, and then blah 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 blah. So it kind of got out of hand, and now there's this fucking huge mansion filled with vampires and their thralls, and there's this huge like hierarchy of like, that's that person's master, but then that person is this person's master, and that person is this person's master, and then that person's this person's master, all leading up to this one Icanus, who has no master. Essentially, the leader is somebody that just has no master at all. They have no, you know, the Thane is the one that has no master. Everything goes back to this one point. That's my sort of vibe for how the history of this manor house goes. What are your thoughts? Do you agree? The original vampire, Biggest Davis. Big Dave. So it's the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Is that the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? First time chat from the best username 7924. That is the best name. Not sure how I found this stream. I don't know either. But that was some super fun lore. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Best username. That's just what we want to see. Yeah, we don't normally do this. Silent Hill 2 is broken today. We normally play horror games and do horror stuff on this stream.
Summoned forth.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah for the follow. Reminds me of Parkinson's law. Each workforce will expand exponentially regardless of the workload, because the administrators want underlings to gain promotions. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that does make sense. It's like the forever expanding middle management. But yeah, we don't. I've done this sort of stuff before. These sort of lore streams, but I'm just filling out my world thing. I want to write a page for each one of these locations in my world that I drew back during lockdown, just for a little bit of backstory for the backstory. This is just D&D. This is just my world in D&D. The best username. This is just I drew this massive A0 map during lockdown, and I've just been trying to go through each of these locations, giving like lore and shit, like backgrounds, just all this shit. It's just loads of stuff, and this is This is the most recent one that I was doing on stream, which is Blood Pact, which is a vampire like manor house. Big Dave had to write down the hierarchy on a really long scroll. I like the idea that there is one big room in Blood Pact that just has the like who's who, and it's huge, like it's on a wall, and it's so big that it's had to like now encompass like the floor, and it's like a record of who is whose master and who is whose thrall, and like all that sort of shit. When you finish the companion, count me in as a player for a game, Jeej. Fuck yeah! If I ever get time to run one, like I have no more time in my life than for one D&D game, pretty much at any one time. I already missed sessions of the one that we're in, and that's supposed to happen every Thursday. So yeah, it's I would love to play more D&D if I had far more time. But at the moment, it's just a creative outlet. Just all this is like creative. But yeah, fuck yeah, Zach. I mean, one day, if I ever get the fucking time to do it, and I'm not a player in a game, if I won, but just that's the thing. I'll probably always be. I'll probably always be a player. It's just easier than GMing. There's one guy who managed to keep his position, but his job is just to keep it organized. Yeah, maybe the one guy that got like separated from the thing, like all of his masters died and like all of his thralls died, and then like he's just like this isolated being outside of the thing, and he just organizes it. He just is like, right, I gotta keep track of this shit. Like the family Black Wall and some names are scratched out. Yeah. Well, I was thinking it would like be constantly moving, like these like wooden plates that like get put into place and like taken out and put into place. This constant moving puzzle, like keeping track of all the stuff in the manor. You know, I'm always down for clockers if you need seats filling. Zach, we've actually done our final clockers game. We're not doing another one, unfortunately. Not. I mean, I don't. We did 4 clockers games. I just sent the like this Google Doc to Ken's server. I was like, who wants to join? And loads of people did. And then John, Viv, and Holly, when they were like, hey, is there anything we could do for the streams? I was just like, yeah, you could come play in this Clock Tower game. And they did. And Mara as well. I sent it to Mara, just being like, hey, you want to come play? I am thinking of doing another one, though. They are doing really well. Like not even just like the streams do really well. The VODs afterwards on YouTube have the most views. More than anything else. Not loads, but like, oh yeah, we do Clock Tower. Fuck yeah, we do Clock Tower. Yesterday was our Clock Tower stream. Yesterday? What day is it today? Is it Thursday or Monday today? It's Monday. I guess it's Thursday, technically. Yeah, we had a bunch of people play TB. I did a story told for one of the first times online, and sort of for people, yeah, on the online thing. Jack, Grass121, who's been in the chat, is part of my sort of in-person friend group. And we play when we go camping and stuff like that. Is it Wednesday? Fuck off, it's Wednesday. You're joking. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God. This week's going very quickly. I feel like we should have gotten at least a page done. I'm really disappointed in the amount we've got done on Blood Pact. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, so that's yeah, we love Clock Tower. The VODs, tell you what, I'm gonna the VOD is it's not available. I didn't make the VOD available. Oh shit. Or is it available? No, I didn't make the VOD available of last night's stream. Let me do that quickly now. Because I will forget. And we also play video games. So we're doing Scream streams, which are 22nd of October. That's yesterday. Are we still streaming now? Yeah, I can't publish that yet. There we go. We also play Scream streams, which are like video games, but you guys play Screams on my ear. Like this. Except it would be a scream. The goat is a joke one. By the way, the best username. We've done loads of just not writing it down. That's my whole thing. And there's another one from GT. Yeah, that's the whole thing. My brain just can't write it down. I can't write it down. My whole brain, like having to fucking type that out in words that make sense. And also best username. We're only doing this for 1 month. We're literally just not doing it after the 31st. The summoning circle will not exist. It existed since the 1st. It's to go into the 31st. And that's it. That's all we're doing. It's just silence forever. But it's been fun. It's been good fun. The stream law. Yeah, sorry, you best username. You've come at a really weird time because we are not doing what we're normally doing. It's an emergency stream because Silent Hill 2 is currently broken and is not updated. Oh, Jack, I'm not sure if I can. We'll try, but I mean, this has been a lot. It'd be nice to do it fucking big next year. It'd be really fucking nice to do it big. Whose fault is the break? Capcom. No, not Capcom. Konami. Konami's fault. They updated the game to make it lag less and broke a part of the game, and we literally got to that part last time, and they'd updated it like the day before. So, is there anyone else online you can find doing stuff? Not really. I don't really do this kind of thing. This was like just a challenge to myself. I was like, I've wanted to do this kind of like celebration of Halloween for a while, and I was like, can I do stream every single day in October? And can I make a piece of content for every single day in October? And the answer's yes so far. We've done 23 days straight of streaming and or published VOD content. It's cool, yeah. I mean, but no, there's nowhere else you can really find me. Sorry. I don't exist. I'm not, that's not me. I'm a videographer, journalist by trade, and I know a lot about camera technology and streaming and stuff like that. And I just wanted to put it to the test. I built a studio in my room, and yeah. We've got 20. I haven't uploaded the videos to YouTube, but we've got quite a few on YouTube. You can go check them out. Makes me want to GM more. Yeah, don't we all? My God, don't we all? Don't we all? Yeah, I know. But no, this is the thing. Is that like, dude says I have no time for TTRPGs and streams every day in October. This has been really hard. It's been really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's pretty much every waking hour is spent either working or streaming, or preparing stuff for the streams, and it's been really difficult. It's huge. Also, I can rely on myself more. It's easier to get. Isn't it sad that it's easier to do this than get a consistent D&D group together? It's easier to do this entire project than get a consistent D&D group that just does something every single week. Now that's the real tragedy, is that this is more reliable than that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's write some things down. Right, let's read what we've done so far. Cool. On the coastline of Tazio, Labyrinthine Manor sits, waves lapping against the cobblestone walls. The gaping maw of its wharf awaiting its next shipment of victims. The inhabitants of this vast mansion play a perpetual game with ever-evolving social hierarchies, each of them vying for position and power. Since the very early days of the Vermilion Harvest, power and control has been... I don't want to say power twice. I'm going to take it out here. There we go. Vying for position. Since the very early days of the Vermilion Harvest, power and control has been coveted by the vampires that walk the blood-packed halls. What was once a couple dozen occupants has expanded into several hundred as thralls, lovers, and worthy champions have been granted immortality through vampirism. Cool. What's next? What else do we mention now? What are you doing for this Saturday, Jeeves? Yes, me and Jack are going to be at a party in Norwich. I'm editing 2 videos, one for Friday, one for Saturday. And I'm going to publish them on those days. I'm going to try and stream them, just set up the laptop, stream the video, end the stream. It's a stream. If that's not the case, I don't mind. It'll be published on YouTube. I'll still count that as a day done if it just publishes on YouTube. But that's, yeah, 2 videos that I've still got to edit them. I've still got to fucking edit them. Like, I did the whole edit at work. Oh, I shouldn't say that on stream. I did the whole edit the other day during my own free time, and it didn't save. It didn't fucking save, and I had to do it all again. So, crazy. Scheduling is the bane of most groups. I think includes some stuff about the. I think includes some stuff about the archiver. Yeah, definitely later on. Like, this is like general overview shit. But I'll make some notes. So we've got the archiver. We've got Bob. Is it Bob? Is that Bob? Big Bob? Was it? Big Dave. Big Dave. We got Big Dave to work in there somewhere. I'm gonna write courtesans here because I think that's courtesans. Big Dave. Any more? Big Bob, Big Dave and Big Bob. There you go. Big Dave and Big Bob. They've got to go in there somewhere. Big Dave and Big Bob. What else we got? OnlyFangs. Yes, GT. Absolutely. OnlyFangs. So good. So good. Then we need the original vampire. The ship was called the Blood Vessel. Yep. That's a pun by my friend Patrick, who I don't think I'd named the ship, and he just came out with that amazing pun, and I had to make it canon immediately. Original vampire, Big Dave. Big Dave was the original vampire. Unfortunately, I kind of want Big Dave to be a character that players can potentially meet at this point, so it can't be the original vampire if he's dead. David the Immense. Oh, yeah. Big Dave or David the Immense. I like that. David the Enormous. So we've got the Archiver, OnlyFangs, Original Vampire, Blood Vessel. Any others? Any other things that we've come up with? Shit, I can't remember. I cannot remember. Femurus Artius. God, love it. With regards to vampirism, what else can we do? As a general overview, feel the lore seep into your veins. General overview stuff. Oh fuck! It's quite late. I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours. Jesus, no way I've fucking written a paragraph in 3 hours. Oh, what's wrong with my brain? Oh, this is literally exactly Scottish. Blood plaques twinned with Glasgow. Gotta create the thing. I can't believe I've written. What's that? It's got it's gotta be like fucking 70 words. Less maybe. In 3 hours. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my brain? Oh well. Oh well. I think I'm going to leave it here. As much as I do enjoy talking to you lot, I do have to go to work tomorrow, and I have to get up times. A paragraph is in 3 hours is good pace some days, to be honest. Yeah. But you know, I feel like we're all on the same page with this place. Like I was like, okay, this is what this place is. I said it to you guys, and I think you guys got it, and you started feeding back ideas to me, which is good. To be fair, you discussed your whole world in a custom script. Yeah, I did. Oh fuck. Who was that? That's Jack. Thanks, Jack. I did. I get a bit sidetracked. That's the reason I can't do this properly. Although this is encouragement. Doing it on stream is encouragement to do this sort of shit. I did discuss the whole world, kind of, and yeah, and a custom script. It's been fun, hasn't it? It's been fun. One more tangent before I go. I'll show you a. I'll show you. God's sake. I will show you a custom script that I made because I created one character. Created a single character, and that was a new demon called the Riven. And I made this script for it, and I would maybe like to run it at some point. I don't know. But the Riven was a demon that simply reads, each night choose a player, they might die. On the first night, a minion becomes an evil Riven. That's it. Oh, I've run out of battery on my thing. I think that's probably cue for us to all go to bed, isn't it? That's quite silly. Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a sign. Yeah, all right. Night, guys. Yeah, essentially it's two demons. I just wanted something where there were two demons. Who then does the kills if the... Oh yeah, so each demon chooses... I'm just going to get rid of that quickly. Each demon essentially chooses someone, and then the storyteller will choose between those two and kill one of them. So each demon will choose one player, they might die. As the demon will choose one of the two that have been chosen between the two Rivens and kill one of them. It's basically an extra life. Yeah, exactly. It's basically like I was like, hey, Ken did it better. Ken did it better with the what's it called? The wombat that he made. Ken was like, what if I made a demon have a Scarlet Woman ability? And he made that demon, and it's far better than my version of it. But I just thought it was quite cool, the idea that you can choose, and then you would probably rule in the demon's favor. Part of it is that you choose two people, and the storyteller gets to choose who dies, and you're probably going to do it in evil's favor, I imagine. But if you want to be precise, if you definitely want to kill someone, you have to communicate with your other Riven demon and choose the same person. I'd swap the might positioning. Each night, choose a player. They die on the first night. A minion might become... No, because they always do become an evil Riven. It's like on the first night, another minion... A minion is... basically, at the beginning of the game, you deal out the tokens. The Riven's the Riven. And then you show a minion that they are the Riven. So a minion just becomes the Riven, essentially. And that's it. That's all that happens at the start of the game. One minion will become an extra demon, but you can't have two kills. They still have one kill between them. Gives more options for world building. It does, yeah. If it maybe isn't, maybe yeah. Maybe it's not a guarantee that there's a Riven demon. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of doing it. But it just gives a lot of weird interactions. Like a marionette would be an extra demon bluff. Anyway, fuck me. I'm just gonna go to bed. Oh God, right. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. This was insane and fun, and hopefully we'll have. So you have to kill both ribbons to win. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's an extra. It's good. That's basically the one thing that Ken said about it. It was like it's basically impossible to win because there's two demons, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, thanks, guys. This has been great fun. Thank you for sticking with me through this rough period of no Silent Hill. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's back tomorrow. Night.